welcome to another episode of the Minecraft Survival series. I'm a little bit different this time, and that's because I finally found the ribs template from Nether Fortress. I've been out in the Nether trying to gather up fortresses and finding new ones with all sorts of loots and stuff, and I finally found one rib template. So I copied it with some diamonds and some netherrack and got all of my items inside of here. You can also see that on my boots I don't have the ribs because I decided that they were a little bit too subtle. So I decided to go for the spire template instead. So I went to the end and got myself an end city, and inside of that we got the spire template. So that's the whole outfit. I've also changed my chest plate when I need that, and it's in the rib format as well. Very subtle, I think, because the ribs are the one thing that are a little bit duller in color. It's a bit darker compared to the other templates, and I found it nice, and I also love the green one, so I went for that. Contemplating using amethyst, but I thought that the green one was much better looking. Back to today's episode then, because that's what's on update, and one more update. The place has changed again. So what has happened here is that I, like we did last episode, I changed out and did all of the stuff and was so ready to start building the design for both this part of the base and this part of the base. But sadly, we got some problems, and the sorting system that I was using was not working anymore. I did some stuff to change it, and I even troubleshooted not once, not twice, but thrice. So 3 times I managed to find what was wrong with it, but after that it still didn't work, and I'm not redstone savvy enough to actually find out what the problem was. And yeah, I decided to go out and change all of the whole system mostly, and just use the updated version of everything. But yeah, it didn't work. So I decided to go for that. We're going to destroy the whole system and use another one. Maybe it was my world something, I don't know, but yeah. So this design is what I've come up with, or I come up with. No, I have not made this. This design is going to be from a guy called Maizuma Games, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. His video and his channel is going to be in the description if you want to check that out yourself. The reason for me not building that one first is that I thought it was a bit too complicated, similar to or compared to the other one I was using from Lumitif. But yeah, I decided to go for it after all, because it was more reliable, I think, and a little bit more effective as well, I think. I'm not sure, of course, but I hope that it will work. The only bad thing about that design is that we're going to have less space around it. So I have backed the system as far back here as I can, because we have 12 blocks here in the back here, and that's the maximum sort of yeah, redstone space you need, because each and every one of the slices, each and every one of the columns is one sorting system category. So yeah, everything like that. And yeah, that's mostly it. We're going to use the same sort of design elements that I used in the last one. I'm going to change a little bit, but floors and walls and everything is going to be mostly the same, except for when I need to change it for the design of the thing. But yeah, we're going to get a focus on building up the sorting system, getting that to work, and also sorting all of the items. Because even though I have sort of cleaned up the whole base from each and every one of the shulker boxes that you probably noticed in the last episode, each and every one of them is inside of here with a lot of stuff. Some of them are whole shulker boxes in the same sort of item, but some of them are very mixed. So I really want to actually start building and everything, but I need to start by actually collecting these items inside of here. So it's going to take a little while, and we'll see each other once I've gotten started on the actual sorting system. Okay, so we have a working system. Everything is nice and looking, and yeah, it's mostly bare bones right now, as you probably can see. But I have a working sorting system. I have yet to actually sort of put anything in here, so it can't sort at the moment because it don't know what to sort in what category, except for these two last ones. But yeah, I have kept it like this for one reason only, and that's because I want to show you guys how it looks like and a little bit of background scenery before we go into the decorational part. So I need to take some scaffolding and get up here. And what the system is, because I can't explain exactly how it works, because like usual, I don't understand the redstone. But what I understand is that each and every one of these walls is one section of the sort of system. So when we put in stuff, and right now I have this chest here that puts items in, then it's going to send signals and get a minecart going. That minecart is going to search for if it can unload anything inside of here, and if it can, it stops here and do that, and then continue on and do all of the items that you have put in the chest. If it is not, it's for example, if we sort I don't know, redstone, and redstone is in that section or that section, then it's going to notice that and tell the system to send the items in, I think it's these hoppers, yeah, along this hopper line, and send it into this section, and it's the same, just a little bit longer than these two short ones. So the same setup. We have chest here, put items in, and this one gets automatically put in, since we have put that there, and then sends that minecart, because we have one minecart for each section. So that minecart is going to go through, find if it had redstone, for example, and redstone was in one of these chests, then it's going to send it down there, and so on forth. Like I said, I don't understand completely the redstone, so a little bit of little bit of explanation. The last two parts of the system here is the most important ones, I think, because I really love the mechanic of having two uncategorized sort of items. So in this one, this column is, we're going to get items that I have yet to actually sort in the system. So for example, if I put in all sorts of different items, and then for example I forgot the gold ore or something like that, and gold ore is not in the system, it's going to get put in here, and I can notice and then put it in a category, or maybe put it in some other storage that I'm mostly thinking of having, because I don't think that even though I have I think it's 45 categories, I don't think that it's going to encompass all of the items that I'm going to need to sort. The last column here is also important, because when you have sorted everything out here, it's going to put the things that are left, and that thing is what are they called? These non-stackable items. So for example, tools and other stuff, minecarts and everything that you can't stack is going to get pushed into the last category here, and that I could either put into storage myself or anything like that. The system in its big formation has a lot of add-ons, like for example shulker loaders, shulker unloaders. You can even put items from this chest into a shulker box that can then be sent back into this. Sadly, we don't have the space for that, even though you can think it with all of this room. But with the design I've gone with, because of course I designed the part of the hallway, this room, before I actually had made this system. I did it for the old system, so it's a little bit more compact, because this takes a little bit more space, both in this department and also in this department on both sides. So even though I have lessen it a little bit, so I could have I wanted to have one category on each side here, but yeah, I decided to scrap those instead and have space for other stuff. So we're going to have input chest, of course, it's going to be on that side, and then we're going to have some sort of shulker shulker storage, I think. That's one thing I want. And then we're going to forgo all of the other items that you can put in, or other modules that Maizuma Games has put into his system. So we're going to get a little bit simplified, but I'm after the big one here with the sort of big storage. So that's what we're going to focus on right now. And here we have the last and final storage system and the storage room. It has been a journey, I would say. Very, very much has happened, and I accidentally forgot to actually record this last clip, so that's why I have this spoiler wall here. I just want to explain that because you guys are probably going to wonder why otherwise. So that's why I have started going on to the next project and the next episode that's out in the hallway there, and I didn't want to spoil that one, so that's why we have this stand here. But yeah, here you have the finished product. A little bit of similar vibe to the last one. I really like the concept of having all of the design choices, like the black stone together, or deep slate, I think. Yeah, deep slate it is, basalt, and the copper and the dark prismarine. Everything works well, and then you bring in a little bit of the original mansion design with the dark oak logs around here. So yeah, I'm really in love with this idea, and you're going to see in the future what actually I bring out from this design, because we're going to continue on using deep slate, dark prismarine and copper in different combinations to get all of these nice colors to blend in with each other. And yeah, we have a working system now, and I'm so happy that it actually works. Like I said, I have been playing a little bit after I actually did record the last part or the first part of the episode. So I have been using the sorting system, and it's working gallantly and very good. It's it's very, very nice. So like you can see, I also have of course categorized everything. So just to give a quick overview, we have all of the wood types here, and it sorts of course all different woods. So for here I have a lot of birch, but it's not just birch planks. We have the signs, the trapdoors, but doors, everything, not the boat, not singular items. That one I put in down there. Afterwards we have a little bit of greenery and so forth, and then we have a lot of different stones and dirt and sand and all of the sort of dimensional building blocks and everything like that as well. And after that we have items like iron and gold, copper, everything like that, precious materials and redstone. And I really love the redstone box. Right now I've used a lot of redstone. It was filled before with all lots of things, but yeah, we have all sorts of different redstone items that get sorted in here. Then we have flowers and dyes, lightning, snow, more building blocks like terracotta, and more of the colored variants that have all of the different colors. And then we have a little bit more bombs items, useful blocks, food items. And then in the last here we have the uncategorized one. I see I need to categorize prismarine walls and stone brick slabs and everything. That one I hadn't used. And then we have unstackable items like a wooden shovel and so forth, and I have put in shulker boxes here with some sort of thematic themes to them, so I know where I can get all of the other stuff. So yeah, there you have the last finished storage system. It is working, and I must say I really love the design. So with that, I'm going to turn over to you guys and hope that you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe even comment on the episode and tell me what you liked about it, or maybe even subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll see each other. Goodbye.